Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, all praise on the glory high Bashmi Awashai. Just a quick thought process. It says, Proverbs 20 and 24 says, man's goings are of the Lord, right? Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? So the Lord is directing our steps, right? The Lord is the director of our steps. In the NLT, it says, the Lord directs our steps. Just like that. The Lord directs our steps, man. So I was thinking about that because, I sometimes, I'm saying, like, I try to watch myself, I'm saying, because, I'm going to talk about the cursing. I'm going to talk about, like, just overdoing it. And I was thinking, I'd be thinking about that type of shit. I'm like, man, if people keep telling us to stop cursing, after all these years, and they got a problem with us cursing too much, and, we automatically think of the Christian church because we think that people want us to be like the Christians, but we're not like the Christian church, But maybe it's more than that. Maybe the Lord is trying to tell us something by these people always coming and saying, I like the message, but you're cursing too much, or something like that. Because if man's goings are of the Lord, and for the last 10 years, people saying stuff about your cursing, is it not possible? Let's just think about it. Is it possible that maybe the Lord is trying to tell you something? Maybe the Lord is trying to tell you something through those people? It has to be possible, right? Like, it has to be, because all these times, time after time and again, somebody will say something about, I like the message. You look on the comment board of certain videos or whatever. I like the message, but your words and such and such and such and such. That has to be considered. If man's goings are of the Lord, then maybe the Lord is trying to tell us to pipe down on certain videos. There's a lot of videos that we do. I know myself, like, I didn't have to say that. I didn't have to say a curse word right there. It would have been better if I didn't. There's guys that I see out there that, like, I hear them cursing, and it's like, that shit doesn't even feel right. It's like they didn't want to do that, but that's just the way of the world, I guess. The way of certain camps and their leadership. That's how we teach. But what if, right? This is Jeremiah 10. I just looked in the I'm just gonna read it. Jeremiah 10 and 23. Oh Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not a man that walketh to direct his step. That's right, because the Lord is directing his steps. All right. Proverbs 16 and 9 down here, it says, a man's heart deviseth his way. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directs his steps. So if the Lord's directing people's steps to tell us to watch our mouth, after all this time, do you think that maybe it's a possibility that the Lord is trying to talk to you through that person? See, we can say it about, I've heard brothers say, like, like the Lord can talk to you through other people that ain't in the truth. Through somebody at your job, or say somebody just randomly say some shit, all right, and that needed to be said because you've been warned about it already again and again and again, and the Lord's just he sends people to say certain things to you. I'm a firm believer in that. Like, you don't have to be in the truth or be holy, try to be, a person of God for the Lord to be talking to you, man. Hell, the Lord can talk to you through an animal. What about the story of, what was that, Balaam, right? I'm gonna have to read that. I keep bringing that up. The Lord talks to you through different things. And, whenever we hear these things like, oh, stop cursing or whatever, we get mad at the person. You get mad and you try to justify it, and everybody's, justifying it. But there's a bigger picture here. It's not necessarily about the cursing. It's about the intention, and it's about the message that the Lord is trying to say. It's about an uncertain sound sometimes, because everybody's different. You piping and, like sometimes like that sound that you're piping, somebody might not be able to understand that sound because you were too harsh, or you were, you didn't realize that might have been an Israelite, but you just, they just needed it a little bit. They needed an introduction, not just a whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to say it, but consider these things. Consider that. I don't know. That's just quick thoughts for this morning or for this afternoon. Things to consider. Anyway, shalom.